If you take a rock or other natural material or object from sacred land, a curse will fall upon you. The curse can be lifted if you return the object to its rightful place. This is the premise of misfortune rocks or sorry rocks in modern pop lore. In this spooky geology feature, I'll discuss the most popular locations associated with this legend, where the legends come from, and what they say about who tells them and our societal values. Removing a natural object from its place, for example in Hawaii's Volcanoes National Park, and taking it home as a souvenir, is connected to a very popular legend that bad luck will follow you. The story goes that Pele, the goddess of fire, who created the Hawaiian Islands, will curse those that pilfer from her. Misfortune will follow the thief until the objects are returned. Pele is a powerful supernatural entity, symbolic of the uniqueness of the volcanic origin of the Hawaiian Islands. Many people, especially Hawaiians, insist that she deserves respect, that the land is sacred, and that Pele's mana, or life energy, exists in the lava rocks, the black sand grains, and in any piece of coral or shell upon the shore. The Postal Service handles the parcels of these objects returned along with the personal letters of regret that come with them. The letters, also named conscience letters, explain that ever since the rock or sand was taken, bad things have happened. A pet died, a relationship fell apart, the person experienced an accident, health issues, or loss of money. A very similar story of cursed souvenir rocks appeared slightly earlier associated with the petrified forest lands in Arizona. People readily took pieces of the opalized wood. The bad luck aspect had been traced back to the mid-1930s when this story was first recorded. The origin of the curse is unclear. It's not derived from Native American belief. The curse of the spirits or gods is fabricated. However, like the Pele story, the native belief does include respect for the land. It is simply disrespectful to the gods to blatantly steal from them without permission. In Australia, the famous rock formation previously known as Ayers Rock, redesignated Uluru, is sacred to the Aboriginal people. As followed with these other places of special meaning, the legend of cursed souvenir rocks grew here also. People attempt to return the sorry rocks from all over the world. Even more recently, you can find the same popular curse story connected to rocks or artifacts removed from Pompeii, Iceland, Gettysburg, Bryce Canyon, the Great Smoky Mountains, and likely many more. The legend is spreading worldwide, connecting to any location with natural or historical special values. The genesis of these cursed legends is not historic or supernatural, but appears to be tied to much more mundane reasons. The first popularizers of the Misfortune Rock story may have been park caretakers, later the park rangers in the 1960s, who discouraged people from removing the valuable material. Or it may have been a tour bus driver who didn't like cleaning up the rocks and dirt left behind. Or it may have been locals who weren't fond of the tourist crowds exploiting the beauty and specialness of their land. What is certain is that the media coverage of these legends ramped up beginning in the 1970s, a time of popular interest in the supernatural. Once news stories appeared about this tourist folklore, the stories propagated in tour guides and books. Various media to this day spread the stories, causing people who may have visited the locations to connect the bad things that happened to them to the removal of these objects. It's well established that when popular media covers these stories, there is a surge in conscience letters received by park services. If the curse story was propagated by park rangers, they essentially curse themselves. Returning the object creates a serious unanticipated problem for park employees. What do they do with the material when people beg them to put it back in its right place? Well, they don't put it back. Once a rock is removed, it's too difficult to return. It may contain insect eggs, seeds, or pathogens that could be introduced into the area. Often the items people attempt to return aren't even from the area, or they're man-made trinkets. Piles of returned objects get dumped in the trash. At best, the rocks are discarded into a large pile that is perhaps used for road repairs. If you have accidentally taken an object that you think has cursed you, or you feel very guilty about having taken a pebble, don't try to return it. Ask forgiveness of the universe, release your regret, and bury the object. The underlying social meaning of the curse story is that one should respect the land, and that disrespecting the beliefs and heritage of others may come back to haunt you. The curse story also reveals that many people are prone to superstition, or they will attempt to blame the gods for their misfortune. Perhaps those prone to stealing natural objects from a protected area lack impulse control, and their bad luck is all their own doing. It's in everyone's best interest to preserve our natural treasures, as well as the authenticity of local beliefs. In that light, please follow park rules, respect the local people, and refrain from propagating fake stories of vengeful spirits.